In this video, I'm going to show you how you can fix your website SEO in just a few clicks. This will help you boost your rankings so you can beat your competitors and land on Google page 1. We're going to be deep diving into a tool that's currently running a lifetime deal on Appsumo, and it's called ClickRank. Now, ClickRank isn't actually a plugin. All you have to do is add in a code snippet into your website, and then you can pretty much automate the process of optimizing your website. So like many tools, ClickRank integrates AI within their system, and it actually works really well. Now, there is quite a bit to cover here, so we'll keep the introduction short. Let's look at the pricing tiers. So there are 4 tiers. Plan 1 starts at $79, Plan 2 $158, Plan 3 $237, and Plan 4 $316. And the difference between the tiers are the amount of websites that you can add, and Plan 1 you get 1, Plan 2 you get 2, Plan 3 is 5, and Plan 4 is 8. Also, the differences are the amount of users. So Plan 1 is 1, for 2 it's 2, and for 3 it's 3, and for 4 it's 4. And the last difference is the amount of pages that can be crawled. So Plan 1 is 500, Plan 2 is 1,000 pages, Plan 3 is 2,500, and Plan 4 is 5,000 pages. So if you have quite a big website, you might want to go for Plan 2 and above. Everything else is included, which is really good because there's some epic features. ClickRank has been on Appsumo before, and overall it's got at least 4.5 to 5 stars from a lot of people, or taco should I say. So when you first sign up or sign into ClickRank, you will need to add in your website URL. You would also need to add in a website name, the website industry, so they have all the ones that you would need or have, and you need to put in a website description. I've already added mine in, so I'm not going to do it again, but this is essentially what you would do. And then you will go through some other settings that you need to provide, and then the tool will start crawling your website pages, so then it can provide all the details you need to start optimizing your website. So guys, this is the very nice laid out dashboard. On the left we have a sidebar where you can see all the different tools that you can access, such as the performance, optimize your pages, run campaigns, audit your website or different pages. You can even search for keywords. There's a tracker, you can generate reports, and there's additional settings for websites. At the very top, you can see the websites that you've added. I've only added one, it just shows one. There's a little settings icon. If you click that, you can review your settings that you signed up with. So they have global settings where you can add in your brand details. They have crawl settings where you can set the scope to be domain level or website level. You've got query parameters, specify folders that you want to exclude, minimum concurrent requests. I've just left it as default because I don't know what all this is about, but there are tutorials that you can look at, and of course Google search and AI. Now, there are also integrations. So I've actually connected to my Google Search Console for updated data, which is really good. There's also automation settings where you can tick what you want auto solving. And the difference between ClickRank and other tools is that you can auto update your website. And where there's a code snippet in your header, ClickRank actually has access to update your settings almost in real time. And we'll be covering more of that in due course. But I did have an issue, and it could be because where I have Yoast SEO Premium as a plugin on my website, it seems to be clashing. But I don't really want to deactivate Yoast because I have optimized a lot of my content with Yoast, and I don't want that to crash my website. Another thing to note with ClickRank is if you've automated any of the settings, if you've updated your titles or meta descriptions, if you uninstalled ClickRank, all of that would go to what your default website was before you installed the code snippet of ClickRank. So it won't crash your website or cause any problems. It will just go back to how it was before. So before you adjust any settings or update any titles, etc., you might want to just take that into consideration and think if you want to use ClickRank long term. So guys, when I actually first crawled my website, I had about 6,000 or something warnings, and basically I went to auto solve issues and automated a couple of other options, and now I'm left with 6, and those warnings I believe were quite minimal, but it has solved them, and I'm hoping that will boost my SEO score and will help optimize my pages better. On the right you'll see the YouTube icon where you can see ClickRank's tutorials. There's activity logs. You can change the theme color to dark or light. So actually dark looks pretty premium. I'm going to leave it on that. And of course there's some profile settings. So as I'm connected to Google Search Console, this is all the data that is currently on Google Search. So total clicks is 40. And you can see on here, it actually says 40. So it's very accurate and updated pretty much in real time. And going back, we have impressions, so 3.6k. And if we go to performance, 3.6k. And of course, you can see your click-through rate and your average positioning of your keywords. So my website's actually 3 months old, so I'd say that's pretty average or quite good considering I don't use ads or really any other tools to boost my website SEO. And if we go down, you can see how many visits you've had from different countries. So it has quite a few countries here, and obviously I'm in the UK, so it has 28 clicks. So that's really good. And on the right, you've got the keyword distribution. So it will basically analyze your search rankings and tell you if you have any keywords in the top 3. I've got 7 keywords in the top 4 to 10, and you can go down, it goes up to 91 keywords in the top 50 plus. And I'm hoping that will go up over time as these pages are relatively new. And if we go to performance, now under performance, we have 5 different options. We've got queries, we've got pages, countries, devices, and dates. So depending on which one you choose will depend on what you will see down below in the queries. So we have some data below, and it's basically given us the search queries. So for SAS LTD reviews, which is my website, I've got 12 clicks, 53 impressions, 22% click-through rate, position 3.3, and it tells you if it's gone down or up. And it does this for all the keywords that have been searched by people on Google, and it has all this data that you can look at. So really nice feature there. Now under pages, it's quite similar, but it actually gives you the link of the page that you might be ranking on. And then we have countries, where it will tell you which countries have had people search for your queries or certain keywords. And then if we go to devices, it will show you which device has had the most clicks, impressions, click-through rate. So for this, it's mobile. And then if we go to dates, like on Google Search Console, you can filter out and see when you had the most clicks, impressions, etc. on particular dates. So although you can see this in Google Search, it's in a really nice format on ClickRank, easy to access, and I really like it. So back on the dashboard, we have this option here on the right, which is auto solve issues. Now it says that 6, it says 0 errors, 0 warnings, and 6 notices. Now if we go to auto solve issues, we have some data of what's been optimized on our website so far. So it says the next audit is July the 11th. JS rendering is true. Status is completed. Now underneath it says there's 34 errors that have been solved. 6,268 warnings have been solved, which is incredible. And 25 notices and 19 have been solved. And you have an overview below that gives you a percentage of what's been sold. So for errors, it's 100%, warnings is 100, and notices is 76. We also have the percentage of our website health, which is pretty good. It's 99.91%. On the right here, we have automation settings. If you hover over this icon, it will tell you what that means. So it's automate fixes to save time and improve your website's performance effortlessly. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can automate a lot of the processes for fixing and optimizing your website. So under errors, you can come in here and you can tick or untick any of these for what you want fixing. And there's options such as fix the missing title tags, descriptions, canonical tags, duplicate H1 tags. There's warnings and notices that you can also tick or untick. So if you wanted to automate this whole process, you can tick them all, or if you like to manually go through some of these, you can just uncheck them and then you'll go to save changes. And in the future, if you miss anything or you change or update something, it will then come into here and it will fix it for you. Now, if we go to issues here, you've got a nice easy way to see your errors, your warnings and your notices. And at the moment I've got 0 for most, but apparently some of my title tags are too short, 6 according to this. And let's have a look. So this one here is too short. That's one of my categories which I always forget about. So you now have this little AI button that you can click on, and what that will do is it will take that URL link and description and it will actually create a more optimized title tag for this particular page. So if we just click on this little AI icon, and now we have a new title tag. It's done really well. It's captured that it is a category on chatbots. And if I wanted to apply this, I'll just go to tick and now it will say solved. You can go through each one separately until you solve them all, or you can go to solve all and then the AI will go through each one and solve it for you in the way that it thinks is best. And this would auto populate on your website. So under optimize, you have a few options here. You can search for any of your pages. So if I put in about there, you will see that the about page is under here, under optimize. You can choose what has been optimized already, or you can go to not optimized, but I've actually optimized all my pages. But if you haven't done that, it will show under here. You can also manually add in multiple URLs, and it's as simple as putting one per line. So then you can optimize each one. So this is a really good way if you just want to optimize 1 or 2 URLs that you've added instead of recrawling the whole website. So I really like that feature. And then you can also import a sitemap, which is really nice. You can also view archive pages and you can export all your data below. And you can see all your pages, you can see the impressions, you can see the positioning, the click-through rate, any changes. And as you can see, all of these pages have been optimized. Now, let's say, for instance, that I want to optimize this post here, which is a multi-review post that I did. You would just click on the link, and now that will take you to this optimized page. Here you can see the clicks, the impressions, the average positioning, and the click-through rate. So this one isn't doing too well, but it is 100% optimized. It tells you the visits by country. It tells you the page URL, the title, the description. And this is all very easy to navigate around and look at all this data in a very simple way. So what's really nice is this little section here where it says page SEO optimization. Now you can go through each of these and optimize it as you go along. So for every page or post that you want to optimize, you have these options. You can optimize the title tag, the description, the image alt text, the schema, the internal links, headings, and content. You can also go to this quick action and auto apply best title, auto apply best description, and auto apply AI alt text. And if you go to activity log, you will see what's been applied recently. So I actually use ClickRank to provide a new meta description, which says boost your online engagement with create pages with multiple links, images, and descriptions for a streamlined user experience, which is basically what this particular tool does. So there are a couple of AI words that are used often, such as boost and streamline. So you can manually change that if you want. I'm just going to leave that how it is. Now guys, here is my one and only website, SaaSLTDreviews.com. If you'd like to check it out, I have all my reviews on here, which I did on YouTube. So if you prefer reading, then you want to check these out. this is the current tool that we're looking at, multi-URL collection tool review. Now we're going to have a look in here and we're going to change a few things to see if it updates in real time. So first of all, we have the title tag. I'm just going to go to auto optimize page title and it will say optimize your title effortlessly with ClickRank, and the AI will analyze your top performing keywords from Google Search Console. So that's really good. And here we are with some options that we can choose from. We've got the original title here, and then it actually shows the percentage of what it believes if you have this title, it would increase your click-through rates or your clicks or the amount of views that it will get or times it will appear in Google for people to see. We have multi-review, link collections for easy access in 2025. There's a few more here. I quite like this one here, which actually gives you the recommended highest score. So we'll go with multi-review, link collections for easy access in 2025. Now, if you click in any of these, you can actually add in your own words. So say I didn't want easy, I can change that to simple, but I'm going to leave it as easy because I like that. So let's click apply and see what that does. And it will say, good job, it has successfully been done. Now I have tested this and I believe it's because I have Yoast Premium plugin that it doesn't actually override it unless I'm doing something wrong. So if I click refresh, you will see that hasn't changed. And I'm pretty sure it hasn't added it in the page source. So if we go to have a look down here, the title still is multi-review link collection for quick and easy access, which is the original one. Now, don't get me wrong, this does work, but I think it just clashes with Yoast, and I've seen other videos and reviews where it works fine. So I think this is something they are working on. I did speak to the support team and they did say they're going to work on that. But if the automation part doesn't work, you can just copy and paste that into the page title. Now we go to description and go to auto optimize meta description. There's already a few here, but I'm going to regenerate, and here we go. Now it did say it's applied this one that I showed earlier, but when I go to the actual edit page, because I'm using Yoast, it actually hasn't added this one in here. It's still got my old one. You can copy and paste it in here if you wish. I will just leave it as it is for now. We also have image alt, so that will optimize your images for search, uses AI to analyze your images and automatically generate SEO friendly alt text, which is really cool. I could ask the AI and now it has this particular image alt text for this image here. And the reason why there aren't more images is because I have added alt text to those other images. So if you haven't done that, more images will appear here and you can click apply if you're happy with that. And then we have schema, which is very important for search engines to understand your pages. So if you go to auto schema markup generation, this is really cool. It creates a markup for that particular page. And then Google or Microsoft or whoever will be able to understand this page better, and hence you'll be able to rank higher. One of my favorite features is the internal links. So it will also suggest smart internal links and it will analyze your site's content and structure, then suggest and automatically apply intelligent internal links that connect to related pages. So this is important. And I do this quite a lot, which helps me get more impressions and click-through rates. It also helps Google or search engines understand related topics. Okay, so it's come up with 5 by the looks of it. So this is the page that it's linking to, and on the right here, we have the words that it will show the link on. So if I went to apply, now I don't think this will work because of the Yoast plugin that I'm using, it's blocking it, but let's have a look just in case it did. Okay, so this is the website that is linking to multi. So if we type in here sync signature integration, it will take me down here where there's 2. I'll just click off that and look, Let's click on this link here, and wow, this takes you to the multi-review. So really cool stuff there, and I'm glad the automation part works for this particular feature. Now, you do want to come through and check these carefully, because sometimes the AI thinks it relates, but really it's got nothing to do with it. So although this is a cool option, you still want to check these that they make sense. But it's as simple as ticking all of these, or the ones you want, and applying it, and that will populate across that particular page. Now, what I realized is on the left, this is the post that will provide the internal link. So it's not actually on the post that we're optimizing, it's what links to the post we're optimizing. So I hope that's not too confusing, but that's how it works. Next up, we have the auto headings tags optimization. Now, it will tell you the H1s and H2s on the page, the H3s, or any of the headings that you have. So let's say I wanted to enhance the H1 title or the heading. I'll go to Ask AI, and now here we go. Multi-link collection tool review, enhance your SEO strategy. And if I go to apply, let's go back to the multi-page, and bingo, I must have done something wrong or misunderstood earlier when we added the title. It's actually taken this heading, which is H1, and it's changed it to the one we've just asked for, collection tool review, enhance your SEO strategy, which is exactly what we wanted. So perhaps I misunderstood the title tag, but this actually does work, and you can go through each of the headings and change them to make them more SEO optimized. So really cool. I'm very impressed with ClickRank. So the last option we have is to optimize the content SEO. And it's basically got all the content here, and it's broken it down into bite-sized amounts. Otherwise, the AI would probably get confused, or it wouldn't give you a good output. So let's say we wanted to change this one here. Multi is a very simple and easy tool to use, but has some great benefits too. Let's go to Ask AI, and we get Multi is an incredibly straightforward and user-friendly tool, offering significant advantages as well. I really like that. Let's go to apply. I will copy this text so we don't have to look for it, and let's paste it in here. Now, it doesn't seem to have found it. So it hasn't found it, and it hasn't changed it, and it is in a quote format. So I'm actually going to change a different one here, and that would be the one below. Let's see if it's found or added this one here. Go to apply, go back to the review, and it says Multi excels at one core function. And if we go here, this bit says Multi does one thing really well. So it was supposed to change this text here, but it hasn't. So it seems like for some of these optimization tools, it does work, and for others, it doesn't. Okay, so let's check out the next feature, which is campaigns. Now, I've got a campaign running, which is here. It's for meta description optimization. And if I just click on that, it will tell me when it was created, if it's completed, optimized pages, which is 100. So it's optimized all these pages, or ones that it had to. You can delete or revert back to the originals. I'm going to leave that as it is. I am going to trust the AI has done a good job, which sometimes it does. Now, a campaign essentially allows you to automate title tags, optimization, meta descriptions, and schema generator. And all these are very important to enhance your SEO optimization and boost your rankings. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to automate title tags. I would just put in here title. You would choose the option that you want, go to continue, and then you would choose your strategy. So if I wanted traffic comeback, it will say recovering lost traffic by optimizing for keywords with declining performance. And then you have a trend seeker, which is optimizing pages to capture the latest trending words. Then you have high impressions, high rewards, capturing traffic from high impression, low click keywords. Climb the ladder, which is elevating keywords in positions 8 to 15. And then click-through rate, boost mode, improving low click-through rates. So quite a few good options to choose. Let's say I wanted a better click-through rate. You'll go to continue. You would choose your targeted pages. So you can do it for all pages, ones that aren't optimized or optimized. I'll go for not optimized. Go to continue and you have even more settings for the AI. You can choose the website language from quite a lot. You can choose the website country, the tone of voice, so you have all sorts here, educational, storytelling, friendly. There doesn't seem to be a custom one, but they got some good ones. Point of view, first, second, or third. The website and industry, which is already filled out from earlier, and also your website description, which you can change if you want. Then you go to continue, and if you're happy, you would launch that. And then anytime a title tag is added, it will automatically use the AI to create that for you. So you can basically sit back and relax. Now, moving on, we have site audit, and we have covered all this, but that is a particular option you can choose. But a lot of these features interlink with each other or interconnect. So we'll go to the next one, which is keywords. So already with these amazing features that ClickRank has, it actually has added in keyword research as well. And this is just super awesome. It might not be as advanced as Ahrefs, for instance, but it can give you a good idea of what's ranking. So let's put in ClickRank and country. I'll leave it as United States because there's more people here. I'm in the UK, and we can go to search. Now it's going to find that keyword, pull in all the data, probably from Google Planner, and here we go. Now it actually hasn't found any data, which I do find quite strange. So I'm just going to search one more time, and no, it hasn't found that for some reason. So maybe that could be looked at because I'm sure ClickRank is ranking on Google somewhere. Let's try a different keyword. Let's try SEO optimization. Okay, so that's better. We have some results. The competition is low, which I do find that quite strange because this is a very popular keyword. If you put that in a tool like WriterZen, it would probably have hundreds of thousands. Volume 435. Informational intent. The average cost per click is $25, which I can believe that. Impressions not applicable and clicks not applicable. It tells you the age distribution that people are searching for this keyword. So 25 to 34 is the highest. Then it has the chart for the monthly searches over a certain date. So it's most popular on the 1st of 2025. It tells you roughly the amount of searches. Then you have the gender distribution, female or male. And it says actually females have searched for this more. Then it has the top 10 search results on Google for this particular keyword. On Google, SEO Starter Guide, the basics, is halfway down the page, but ClickRank is showing that it's at the top. So not quite accurate, but still fairly accurate. Then below here, you have some really nice data. And you can see the volume. So as I thought, there is quite a few thousand. There's 40,500 for a lot of these keywords. And all of these keywords contain SEO optimization. Although I think for 40,500, I thought the competition might be a little bit higher. Perhaps it's okay. Difficulty is 99, which means that you're unlikely to rank for that. And that's probably because people have advertisements for that particular keyword, so they'll be ranking higher for that, so it'll make it a lot harder to rank for that particular long tail keyword. And a lot of these are paid keywords, so you'd have to go through all these different pages and find one that you can rank for. But there are a bunch of pages that you can look through all these keywords to find the right one that you can rank for. You can also track these keywords. So let's find one that we can rank for a bit easier. You'll probably have to go down the pages a bit more. So let's say SEO optimization UK. Now, you've got all this data across here. You can just click on the keyword and it will show you some data and more keywords relating to that particular keyword. But let's just say that we want to track this keyword. You'll just click on track. You would put in the target URL that you wish to track this keyword on. So it would be a keyword that's on a particular post or page that you want to track this keyword for. You can choose the country. So I've got it as worldwide. And you can choose which device. So it will analyze keyword rankings depending on that device. So if you just wanted it on desktop, it would be that, and mobile or tablet. I'm actually not going to rank for this keyword because it wouldn't make sense for any of mine, but that is how it would work. You can also search Google and you will see the top 10 or 15 results for that particular keyword. So it's really nice they have this keyword research implemented into their system. It might save you going to other tools or paying for other tools. Obviously, the data isn't as advanced as perhaps Ahrefs or similar tools like SEMrush, but what's really nice is they got the keyword difficulty here easily to see, and I really like that. Now, if we go to tracker, as I showed you in the keyword section, you can track a keyword from there, or you can just go to tracker and you can add new keywords. You can also add multiple keywords and you'll just add them per line, which is really nice. Or you can just go to add keyword and we'll be back on this pop-up that I showed you earlier. So this is quite a cool feature to have, and I think you can add as many keywords as you want, I believe. Now, another nice feature is the reports, and here it says you can get actionable SEO insights on keywords, pages, click-through rates, top queries, and performance comparisons. So let's try the first one, new keywords insights, and we'll just go to generate new report. We'll do the last 14 days and let's have a look. And here it is. So it shows the period that we asked, 14 days, finished on June 17th, which is today. And you can export the report, you can view it or bin it. Let's view the report and it will open up in a new window. And now it's given me a report on new keywords. So these are from posts that I've recently added on my website in the last month or so. And it will tell you the click-through rate, the impressions, the positioning, the clicks. So really nice way to quickly access your data. You have 4 options. You can get an analysis on the keyword where it will tell you if there's H1, in-page title, meta description, all that good stuff. And then it will tell you all this data, your clicks, impressions, all the stuff that's on the side. You can also go to optimize. You can optimize that particular keyword. You can track it or Google search it. So another nice easy way to find and optimize your data. Now you can also generate new page insights. So let's generate a report there for the last 7 days. I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can also generate reports on low click-through rates by page, by query. You can generate report on top query per page, long tail keywords, winners versus losers pages, which we'll have a look at, and winners versus losers keywords. So here's the report. Let's take a look. And now it will show you the new pages that have been added recently. So very similar to the other report. Let's go back and let's try one for long tail keywords. Let's do last 30 days. And here are the new long tail keywords. And I wouldn't say they're all long tail, but they have added in some long tail ones, such as Google Maps Review Scraper, but a lot of these aren't being searched for long tail keywords. I mean, my most popular one is probably SaaS LTD Reviews, which isn't too long, but that is essentially how it works. Now let's try winners versus losers pages. We'll go to generate last 30 days as well. Now, one thing to note is every time you generate the report and you go to view report, it will actually default to the new keywords insight. So you have to go back to the one that you generated a report for. So let's say I wanted to go back to long tail keywords. And when I looked at it a few seconds ago, I thought that's what we're looking at. But if I go to view report now, it will have long tail keywords report. So something to be aware of, and perhaps they can make that a bit easier to understand. But here are all the long tail keywords, and you can see they are a lot more longer than the normal keywords. And now if we go back to winners versus losers pages and have a look here, You can see the recent versus past performance of pages. So these are new pages and these are some old pages, and it will tell you what's going up and what's going down in popularity. Then you've got some more data down here. So really nice they've got this. So this is a quick way that you can get data that you can action quickly by just generating a report. And you can do this at any time. So the next feature we can look at is websites. And here you will see your websites where you can connect, you can see your logs. So you can see everything that I've changed over the last however long. If you go to edit, you can change some of your website data. So when it's crawled, it might crawl your new information you've put in for more accurate data. And if you go to snippet, this is the snippet that's on my website, and then you can delete the website too. Now the last feature I want to show you is this big green button up here where it says optimize a hidden gem. If we click on that, it will say finding your next opportunity. It will now load a page on the optimization page. So you'll see this one's got 242 impressions. And if we go down, it will tell you the page that it wants you to look at. So this one is New Oaks AI chatbot. And now it will give you all the options to optimize this page to make it better. It also has the top page queries. You can apply an optimization strategy, which is really nice. You can add keywords. You can sync keywords with Google Webmaster as well. So what it will do is it will find a page that it will believe it can help you optimize that page a lot better. One more thing to note is when you crawl the website or when you generate a report, it will actually email you and let you know when it's done, which is really nice. So you can have a cup of tea and then when you get that email, you can come back and check out your reports. So guys, I'm really impressed with ClickRank. There are more features than other tools that I've used for optimization. If I didn't have Yoast Premium installed, I'd probably go with ClickRank, but because I have Yoast, I'm kind of using these side by side, but it does work. It probably slows my website down very slightly, but not by much. And I just wanted to say a huge thanks to the founder or support team for providing me with access so I could showcase ClickRank's features. So on the bottom right is the chatbot support. It is very quick. They do use the AI to answer, but the AI is actually very impressive. It's one of the best I've used and is very accurate with the responses. You also have the help tab where you can search for any feature that is available on ClickRank. And if I click on one of these, it will open up into a bigger pop-up. This is also the help page where it has all the categories on the side. There are loads of articles, so if you get stuck, you will find all the details here. ClickRank have actually been around since December the 1st, 2024, which isn't even that long. You'd think they've been around for 3 or 4 years by how technical the tool is and the data you can retrieve and optimize your website. There's also a 60-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not happy, you can refund. And of course, what you need to remember is if you uninstall ClickRank or delete the code snippet from your website, all of the changes and updates that you made with ClickRank will revert back to your original settings on your website that you had before using ClickRank. Now guys, if you do have multiple websites, of course I'd recommend Plan 4. But if you're a solopreneur, you might want to go for tier 1 and any additional websites. Or if you've got more pages, you'd want to go for plan 2 and above. The recrawl is monthly, but if you do it before then, you have to take into consideration it will recrawl all your pages again, so it will use them up quite quickly. Okay, so the question is, would I recommend ClickRank AI? And I definitely would. It's superior to a lot of other SEO optimization tools. It's very easy to navigate around, and what's cool is you can automate a lot of the updates on there to your website, so you don't have to manually grab it and enter it in to your website. If they could fix the clashes with plugins maybe like Yoast or maybe Rank Math, I don't know how that works, then that would be good. The founder and support team are excellent, really responsive on the chat. and emails too. The AI model could be improved. There's a lot of AI generated words that are pretty obvious, so if they could improve on that or provide an option for putting in your API keys so you can choose your own model, that would be good. But overall, really impressed. Okay guys, if you found this review valuable, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts on ClickRank, and is it something that you would use or replace your current SEO optimization tool? And I'll see you on the next review.